Please read the disclaimer. Massive XRP upgrade. Hello, beautiful people. Shalom, money makers. We're going to talk about XRP. Yes, I know you guys love XRP. You wouldn't be watching an XRP video if you weren't interested in XRP. So now's the time to smash the like button for XRP, drop a comment, 8 for infinity and beyond, and let's get into it. Currently, XRP is sitting at 87 billion market cap. So people in the comment section, he said XRP is at 87 billion. That was market cap. What's going on here? Technical difficulty time. I don't know what's happening. Let's refresh. Something happened to the graph there. This is much better. Here we go. XRP is currently sitting at $1.43. I leave in the shenanigans. I leave in the technical difficulties. Hopefully you enjoy them. Up 0.5% on the day. XRP actually dropped all the way down to 140 this morning. So that was the lowest that XRP has experienced in the past few days, basically since last Friday. Okay, so we had, and you can see also the volume here was very, very large. There was some big sell-offs that happened here, but XRP has been able to recover off of that. It was interesting. It was an only XRP kind of sell-off that happened here. You know what? If we go and let's just look for the liquidations over the past 4 hours, 500,000 on the long got liquidated there. So somebody got liquidated 1.31 million over the last 12 hours. So it seems something happened there. Someone got liquidated on a position here. And that's why we saw this sudden sell-off there for XRP, but XRP was able to recover. If we go and we look at the crypto fear and greed index, we are still in 1 digits, right at 9. I think this is the longest time that we've been in this kind of fear. Maybe 2022, but I don't remember, and it's kind of hard to see from the graph here what was the situation. But we are in an extreme fear period, and we are in a bear market. People might want to beat around the bush a little bit there, but I'm gonna say it: we're in a bear market. The sentiment, the price action, we are in a bear market. And what's good about that is that bear markets are opportunities. Bear markets are when the big dogs, have the gains, right? Now, I saw a video last night from Ron from Crypto Banter saying that he decided to eliminate a significant portion of his crypto holdings and consolidate it into a few specific assets, right? Because he's looking at the current market status and he's thinking that there could be something broken here. And even if the crypto market does recover, then many assets or the smaller value assets, the smaller market caps, won't get the same love as maybe the bigger market cap, because the bigger market caps will get money from institutions, will get money from companies, will get money from governments, and the smaller market caps won't really get the love because there's not going to be enough liquidity in those assets. I don't know. Maybe he's right about it. Maybe he's wrong about it. The only problem is, like I said last night, to those of you that watched the video, is that if he's selling those assets and consolidating, he still has to, probably those are assets that he has losses on, right? So he's taking losses. For tax purposes, they could be beneficial to take those losses, depending, again, on your country and what tax law you have. It's always important to talk to a tax professional about crypto, in general, about everything. Many times you try to do stuff yourself and it's not good. You want to get an expert. Although people are saying that in a few, a year or so, year and a half, lawyers and accountants might be, out the door because of AI. But until then, it's always important to talk to an expert in that field, so you know what's going on there, and you know your liabilities, and if you do decide to, for example, close your positions, what happens just from a tax purpose, because it could be significant, tax burden if you had profits, and then you turn around and you're like, oh, but and then, for example, the year goes over, and then things go down, and then suddenly you don't have money for the taxes. So just make sure that you understand what you need to do there. As always, I just want to remind you that This video is for educational purposes, for entertainment purposes only, not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence before you decide to invest. If we look at what's happening today, there are some events that are coming out, some data. So we have the initial jobless claims coming out at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. And that could be something that's, a little bit moves the markets. We'll see if that happens. Yesterday, we saw the market selling off on the FOMC meeting minutes. So maybe today we'll see something similar like that. The headlines here where I live is that we're getting ready. Israel is getting ready. The US is getting ready. So that could kick off. The word on the street is that it's going to come out of nowhere, that they're going to try to put them to sleep, the Iranians, and that suddenly they're going to attack in like a blitz and try to get the leaders. That's what it's not such a secret if it's being reported, right? I'm telling you this. If there's any Iranian agents watching XRP videos, tell Khamenei that's what's going to happen. So that could happen at any time. And of course, if that happens, people are talking about multiple scenarios that it will, be something prolonged, and that couldn't be bad for the markets. If it's something swift and they finish it fast, then it could be, maybe an initial shock and then a recovery off of that. So we'll see how it plays out. We don't know. Maybe they'll strike a deal and that, plays out that way. So, that's still, like it's kind of the markets are like, especially the stock market, it's still very, doing good. Crypto, of course, is in the toilet, but it's one of the things that is putting the dark cloud on the crypto market, that it's putting the fear in the crypto market. Okay. Before we get to this, you might want to take advantage of it. People that have been shorting the market over the past few weeks have been making a lot of money. Maybe longs are going to be profitable now. Maybe shorts will continue to be profitable. If you're interested, our partner BYDFI will give you this bonus, this sign up bonus. You can get, for example, if you deposit $10,000, you get $1,000 bonus, right? If you deposit $1,000, you get $200 bonus. So depending on how much you deposit, you get these bonuses. Also, will traders get access to our special Telegram group? So if you're interested, contact us there on Telegram. You go through the free open group and then you get access to the Telegram group. Also, now BYDFI does have access to stocks and also to DeFi trading. So if you're interested in that, you have that TradeFi, dedicated TradeFi future trading as well. So if you are interested, link is in the description down below. You go here.
I can turn your wildest ideas into a song.
You go here down and to my website, click on the link here, and you arrive to my website here. You scroll down to BYDFI. If you're interested, again, link is in the description down below. I will get a commission. This is an affiliate link, so it helps out the channel. If you're already trading and you want a good place to trade and you use my link, I will get a commission. So thank you for that. Choosing me over someone else's link, I really appreciate it. It helps us keep the lights on here. And always remember to please trade responsibly. Put your limits in place. Make sure you understand the risks and rewards with leverage trading, because we've seen in the past, it can be very risky, but it can also be very, very profitable. Okay, so please, please, please trade responsibly. So big news coming out from XRPL. XRPL activates member-only DEX for Wall Street. The XRP ledger has enabled its XLS81 permission DEX, allowing only approved participants to trade on-chain. This is designed for regulated institutions that require strict access control tied to KYC and AML compliances. So Ripple and XRPL, the developers, are continuing to open the door for big institutional money to come on chain for XRPL. And of course, when you have a situation where there's more money on the chain, then potentially you get more burning of XRP and more usage of XRP. And then theoretically, that could help the price action of XRP if there is less XRP in circulation. But this also, I think, will give the potential of Wall Street using XRPL and then maybe companies would want to say, hey, they're doing a good job here. Maybe we'll add some XRP to our balance sheet. Okay, that could be a possibility as well. So it seems that we're going to have another round table here, or another round of, sorry, that's what I meant to say, another round of sessions here. Third stablecoin yield meeting is set to take place at the White House tomorrow at 9 a.m. A small group representing crypto and banks is expected to attend more this morning. So we'll continue to see these meetings happen. Seems Friday that we're going to have a meeting. Maybe they come out with the meeting with a deal. Maybe they don't. This will continue to be headlines. This will continue to be stories because of the way that the crypto market has reacted since the banking committee withdrew its proposals, Coinbase pulling out of the bill. And so this is very, very important for the crypto market going forward. And of course, I will continue to update you on that every single day until we get a deal. Of course, if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel and you keep coming back to see my beautiful face and to hear my bad dad jokes, I really appreciate you. So now's the time to subscribe. I'm having trouble with these morning videos. I upload them. They do okay. They do good, right? And then Stock Mo, and I really appreciate Stock Mo. He's helped me a few times with some questions that I've had, but he uploads his videos and he's getting a lot of traction recently, and good for him, right? But it just sucks out all of the viewership. I don't know what's happening. You might be watching his videos as well, and then the algorithm just shook, right? It's just like so I have been like double uploading the videos, and doing that gets more regular numbers. So if you see this video and you're like, oh, he already uploaded it again, I don't know if I'll continue doing this. I don't want to do this, right? It's kind of silly. But again, if you're watching the video and you're like, why does he keep doing this? Why is he doing these re-uploads? That's the reason why. Okay. So I hope you guys understand. It's just right now, this is just what's happening. So, the morning videos usually get about 10,000 views, give or take. And, together with the re-uploads, that's what we get. But if I just leave it, it will get maybe half the amount, right? So, somewhere around that. So it's just because of the algo, right? So again, if you're seeing this, I really appreciate you guys and understanding, and don't get mad at me for doing that. I want to, I'll see, you know what? Today, I'll try not to do it, and let's see what happens. Let's see what the number we finish at. We'll see. If anything changes, it could be because of the video or the title or whatever, but we'll see. This is interesting. Chinese institutions may have found a way to get exposure to Bitcoin. And a brand new entity that appeared in yesterday's 13F filings is raising serious questions around that possibility. The firm disclosed about 8.8 million IBIT shares worth 436 million. What stands out is the structure behind the buyer. There's no public said website, no prior SEC history, and no disclosed positions other than IBIT. The entire reported portfolio is just one holding. Bitcoin is shouldered through BlackRock's ETF. The filing is signed under the name, I'm not going to try to pronounce it, and linked to Hong Kong, a jurisdiction often used as an offshore route to access U.S. financial products. Since mainland Chinese capital cannot directly access crypto markets, regulated ETF exposure through offshore vehicles becomes one of the few available pathways. There's no confirmation yet on the capital source, but this size, a single asset allocation, and lack of public footprint are why this filing is getting attention. If this structure is what it appears to be, it could be indicated early institutional Chinese capital has started to position into Bitcoin through the US ETFs. And also because maybe, the price action has got into a level that maybe these companies are willing to do this now. It will be very interesting to see, what happens with China and everything that's going on there. We've had some of the headlines again. China is banning crypto, but Trump is still raising the fact that if US doesn't become the crypto capital of the world, then China will. And it's, I don't know. We'll see. They're already very much competing in AI, and we'll see how they compete in crypto if they can going forward. Now, this could be interesting, right? Because we talked about this, the fact that we had a breakout, right, on the others, and it was last Saturday, right, Friday, Saturday, when suddenly meme coins and everything was running, and then this week just kind of fizzled out a little bit. Bitcoin is giving a massive breakout for the first time in 5.8 years. The MACD has stayed green for 2 months in a row, and it just gave a bullish crossover. If February closes green, this could potentially mean altcoin rally. We'll see. Someone asked me in the comment section that they heard, or on multiple other channels, that someone talking about XRP decoupling from Bitcoin. And so the theory behind that is that right now, most of the crypto market is moving together, right? Some assets move a little bit more. Like I said, the meme coins had a little bit of a pop there, but for the most part, the top 10, Solana, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Cardano, others, they're moving basically the same. The fierce of the movements, the percentages is most likely because of leverage trading and liquidations and things like that. And then some assets move a little bit stronger than others. The theory is that we'll have a situation where, because of the changes going on with XRPL, with Ripple, that we'll get to a situation where XRP is going to move by its own cadence, which actually was the scenario back, about a year and a half ago, before Trump won the election and before the SEC case was removed. XRP kind of moved to its own beat, right? Suddenly the market would fall, but XRP would be okay, or XRP would pop and the market would be down. Like, it was moving in its own cadence. But now it's just the algos are trading it in the same way. And theoretically, this could happen where XRP breaks out and Bitcoin stays. It's more likely that we see a little bit of a crescendo. There's altcoin season, and all altcoins start, getting a little bit umph. Bitcoin moves at a good pace, but not at the same velocity or veracity as the altcoin market. That's the possibility that most people are talking about right now. We'll see. We'll see how that plays out. We don't know exactly what future holds for us. Okay. This is interesting. From the President Trump says U.S. will have its first trade surplus in decades because tariff cuts deficit by 78%. There has been talk about the Trump administration giving out those stimulus checks. We'll see if that happens, and potentially that could fuel a little bit of money into the market. And we'll see how that plays out. Remember, we still have that Supreme Court decision that needs to go through. We'll see where that goes, and if they make the tariffs illegal or not. They keep pushing it. We'll see how that plays out. Again, don't forget to check out the links in the description down below. Again, if you're interested in trading, we got BYDFI and our other partners if you're interested in them as well. Those are affiliate links, so I will get a commission. Thank you for that. If you're not subscribed to the channel, again, now's the time to do so. And don't forget to drop a comment, 8 for Infinity and beyond, or just whatever your heart desires. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you next time. Like I always say, mucho gracias, muchachos. Let's make a lot. I don't know Spanish. תודה רבה. נתראה בפעם הבאה. תודה רבה לכם, חברים. And like I always say, let's make a lot of money.